The things that is very difficult for a lot of people to do is to cut irregular pieces of drywall. In other words, not perfectly square or rectangle. So what I like to do is pre-measure the what I'm going to need. Like here I went up 29 inches, and I knew once I go over 13.5 inches, I have to start turning downward this angle. And the way I figured that angle was I just measured how much I needed at the end up here, this distance from bottom of the top of the shower to the bottom of the ceiling there, 22 3/4, and I knew my overall distance across was 33 3/4. Well, all I have to do is go over 13.5, then connect down to the 22 3/4 point and cut there. And you can see a lot of people think that sheetrock has to be perfectly fitted in. As long as you got about 1/4 inch, it's fine. Remember, that's going to be taped in there with mud going through the fiberglass and all that. It's going to fill up beautifully. So that's the way I do the irregular cuts and stuff. So I'm going to continue framing this out, and then we have to do the small chooches here and there. And then we can start taping and mudding. You can see I had to put some extra fill on the corner here. And remember, it's going to have the steel corners on both sides. And I may actually finish with some type of aluminum strips down here and along the top for a finished detail, but we shall see. A lot of people just shoot the drywall mud in there and sand it up to that for a nice smooth finish. So it just depends how ambitious you want to be. You can see here some of the problems. This is one of the problems you might run into. You can see the gap here. We had to shim this. I had to shim this out to get this nice and level here. So I'm going to have to build up this stud thickness to put the piece of drywall. The other ones are fine here, but it's going to take some shimming here to build this up to get this about flush with the this flange edge here. Then I can go ahead and properly attach the sheetrock. If I try to attach it here, it's going to bend and crimp here, and it's going to look crazy. So it's got to be done the right way. Now you can see, using a combination of shims behind some drywall, we've actually built that out to a good thickness now, and added a little bit of cardboard to sort of give a taper back here so it can nicely meet the other piece. I don't want any piece of sheetrock to be under stress when it's screwed down. That's not the point of it. It should lay flat without any buckling or anything that's going to pull it into a position, or else it's just going to eventually tear off and buckle. So we're all set now. We can go and measure and pop on this piece for the. We have to also take into account the shower head here. Ooh, well, it took a little while to get it right, but all the you know, it's definitely worth framing in that, or getting that sheet of drywall in properly back there. Even though that one stud was about 3/8 of an inch out, by shimming it, it allowed it to be a perfectly perpendicular square corner up there, which is what I wanted. Some very complicated cuts in there, but basically the shower stall is pretty much framed in. It's now time to start attacking some of these small complicated pieces. Once again, it'll just be measuring and then figuring where the small piece of sheetrock is going to turn and the angle down to the point there. So, okay, the day rolls on. I believe one more piece of drywall, and that's it. And all the little chooches have been done, put in there. Everything's looking awesome. Got the end piece, the cap piece on the shower corner there. So got the metal bracketing. Put that in because we want really strong corners. This is going to take a lot of wear and tear around the shower, so we're going to double bracket that, one on each side here, and that's going to be that's going to be really good and really strong. Here's one of the greatest sounds in the history of the world. You know what that means, guys. The friggin' day is done. You know what strikes me about being in the Shine Shack now is it's so quiet inside with all the installation and all the sheetrock up now, and it's all been skim coated. It's really getting sealed. It's going to really be a nice place to hang out. Well, I got all the drywall up today. That's big job getting that all up. There were some really demanding cuts to be done, especially in the unit. Excuse me, some of these small angles. Did a lot of blocking today too, a lot of extra blocking for supports and stuff over here. So I'm really happy I have that in there now. And I think for finishing out the shower here, I think what I'm going to do is this stuff has been so good for the windows. Just use this like I do on that. It'll give a really nice sort of seal over there, and it'll look really neat and clean too. So I think I'll put that on there, and that'll be really nice. And I may do it along the top too. So everything fit good. I didn't have any major screw ups. I mean, it takes a lot of guts to drill out one for a big hole. You better measure 3 times before you cut once. And I got the corner all squared on, and all the blocking, everything I think is worth it. We have the for the future, all we just have to do is take a drywall saw, cut into there, open that up, and mount the exterior heater. The wiring is all in place for that, so good. Well, it's going to be finishing is going to be the next thing, taping and mudding. I thought I'd get to that today, but I am exhausted today, being up and down the ladder. But the good news is the last piece of sheetrock has been placed. And you know, I ordered 15% extra. I ordered 40 sheets, and I have about 5.5 sheets left over. So that was really good. Really good figuring on that. I'll probably stick it in the garage and save it for the for doing the bathroom inside. So yeah, I'm excited. All the major work is really winding down, and that's what I was hoping would happen. So this weekend, gonna hit it super hard. I am gonna relax tonight and take it easy. Maybe do an upload or two. Some people are like, Rosie, talk to us about some stuff. So I got a lot of issues backed up that I have a lot of requests that people asked me about. So I'm gonna try to get to them tonight. But it's been fun. It's moving along. Gonna finish my beer. This Bud Light's for me. And hopefully by next Wednesday we'll be ready to prime, paint, and prime and clean up everything after all the sanding and all that. So the shower's looking good, the stall, and I'm real happy. It's been a long journey from planning and design submissions to get all the plumbing and the rough framing and all the electrical done, with adding extra little choo-choo stuff here and there. But it's definitely coming together to definitely be worth it, and you know, trannies can do. All right, guys, thanks for being along, and I'll see you tonight.